This is Tiffany Apan with music's Underworld web scene. Today we have Chuck Owston here, and Chuck's had sort of a long-spanning experience in music with a wide range of different genres, and he's become a rather popular staple in my living room sessions.
Very enjoyable.
Oh yeah, they are. So we're doing a little interview with him today, just so you guys could maybe get to know him a little bit better and check out some of his other projects. So, okay, so number one. All right, well, I know we were kind of laughing about, you know, when I showed you the questions earlier, we were kind of laughing about this one, but you have a long-standing career that spans many genres, and what would you say were some of your influences that led you to do everything that you've done up to this point?
Well, I started in music in 1959. I wanted to learn to play the guitar. I'd gone to a record hop and I saw a guy I went to school with in first grade, and he was on stage and he was playing the song Bo Diddley, and it just knocked me out, and I thought, oh, I want to do that, because I had a guitar at home. My dad played guitar. He played kind of Woody Guthrie style folk music, that kind of thing. Played blues piano. So there was music in the house. My mother also played piano. So they were the first influences. You know, I can remember being in my crib at probably 2 or 3 years old and hearing my dad playing the piano roll blues and St. Louis blues on the piano. And so I kind of gravitated toward like the early rock and roll. Bo Diddley was a very big influence. Link Wray, Buddy Holly. Of course, a little bit later, I got into like studying Elvis's Sun sessions. I didn't really get into Elvis as early as the others because they were so, I don't know, more instrumental guitar oriented. Then I went toward the instrumental. One of the first bands I had, the Fabulous Tempests, was a band that just played instrumentals. That's all we did. Kind of like a surf band, we'd call them today, but of course the term hadn't been invented yet. We were just an instrumental rock and roll band.
Right. Oh,
So that's how we got started.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've just been open to music all along.
Yes.
In the 60s, I read an article in a magazine about Bob Dylan, and talked about him being a country blues singer, his first album. And I read Sam Charter's book called The Country Blues, so I thought, well, I want to hear this guy. So I bought my first 2 Bob Dylan albums, and then, you know, I was influenced by that. And then, you know, when he went electric, and then psychedelic music came along in the 60s, I kind of got into that. I never took any drugs in the 60s. That's why I remember everything about the 60s.
That's why you remember it. Well, there you go.
But I didn't like the music. I liked Jefferson Airplane. I liked Cream.
Yeah.
A lot of those kind of bands. Iron Butterfly, you know, all those bands.
Yeah, I love them.
You know, were influences on me.
Yeah.
And then in 1969, I probably had one of the biggest revelations in my life. I discovered Fairport Convention. Their first U.S. album, and I had always been interested in folk music from going to college in Kentucky and Appalachia, so I knew a lot of those things. But then hearing the British versions, the older versions of the songs like Matty Groves and some of those, I really got into that. But I didn't play that at the time. I just listened to it. And I really, at the same time, I was listening to a lot of old country blues, Booker White, Robert Johnson, those kind of guys. I learned how to play slide guitar in 1970. And kind of emphasized that in my life for probably 15 years, 16 years. 1986, I decided I wanted to start playing the old English music, the Celtic music, and so then I went to that. And I never gave up any of the styles. You know, I still can play all of them, but that's what my emphasis was. Formed a band in not 71, 91. Called Carnival of Souls. They still exist, the Celtic band from Pittsburgh here. And then broke away from that, did a short Gothic project called Revelations in Black, which was kind of dark folk. We lost our singer. She moved to Nashville. So then we went to, I'd formed a band called Company of Knaves, which was a kind of dark Celtic folk rock. kind of medieval, Celtic, that kind of thing. And that still has various incarnations now and then. We get together as a kind of reunion sometimes. Sometimes all the members aren't available, but Casey, who is our singer, sings with me, and we sing at the Gypsy Cafe as a company of knaves. It's only two of us now, but we do that. So then probably 1995, put together, no, not 1995, 2005, put together Bonfire Night. Started out as an acoustic Celtic band, and then that grew into kind of the folk metal thing. I started reading about that in magazines, and we had an opportunity to open for Bella Morte, and of course we couldn't do it acoustically, so we went electric. And went through various people who came and went. But still the basic core unit is there, and we don't play as much as I'd like, but the venues seem to have been closing up for most rock bands in Pittsburgh. There doesn't seem to be a lot of opportunities. But our CD, we finally got it ready to go. We've been working on it since 2009. It's finally done. It's mastered. All we got to do is send away for the CDs and gather the money up, which we were in the process of doing. So it's going to be coming out within a month or so. We'll actually have a real CD, not something that we burned at home or something. It's a real CD, the real deal, with a little album cover and all that. So.
And I sing on it too. So.
Yes, Tiffany sings on one of the tracks,
guitar,
and Jason plays guitar. So it's a real project. We had not only local help from Tiffany and Jason, but from Poland. Anna Oklejewicz played violin, recorded it over there in Poland, and we pasted her tracks in, and it sounds like she was in the room with us. Just
fabulous. Fabulous. Now, do you have like a specific, what am I trying to say here? Just like a specific way of how you go about your creative process, I guess, is the question. Or
it's very,
does it just vary?
It's very emotional with me. It's whatever I'm into at the moment. Like several years ago at our church, I painted a mural for our church baptistry, 7 foot by 7 foot. It took me 83 hours to paint. It's done in a glazed style like Maxwell Parrish. Well, when I was doing that, that's all I was doing. I wasn't writing songs, I wasn't playing any music anywhere. That was like my total focus. And usually that's how I do things. If I'm writing, I'm writing. If I'm performing, then I'm performing. Usually I don't do them all at the same time because there's not enough time in the day, plus there's not enough of me to go around. I just kind of get wore out at the stage of the game.
Sometimes you just want to clone yourself and just be able to do everything at once. But so basically it's just kind of like whatever you have to be focusing on.
Just like I recorded a video yesterday and put it up. I've been playing this song by Arcana, the Russian band. I've been playing their one song since last summer. One day at the Beehive in the back area back there where people would sit around and jam, somebody had a guitar and I picked it up and I said, "Do you mind if I retune this?" So I retuned the guitar to an open D tuning, and I was just fooling around with the tuning, and suddenly that tune came to mind, and I worked it up. Well, I never did anything with it except play it around the house, and I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and film this, and I did.
Very cool.
Yesterday, and here it is. Thankfully, their guitar player, Sergey, and he put it up on his page, and it's on the band page, Arcana's band page. And I've had 1,600 and some hits already.
That's not a bad thing
in,
at all.
in a little over a day. So
Especially
that was
this digital age.
That was